Welcome back to the station. In this next video, I'm going to show you how I put together an Atoto F7 wireless edition. And you can see here all of the parts unboxed on the bed while I recovered from COVID. And it's quite the undertaking. And, it comes, this particular wireless version came with a backup camera, and the wiring for the backup camera also comes with that. And I bought a Metra trim kit to use with this. And as you'll see later in the video, I do not approve of this kit. It looks okay, but it just does not function. And in that kit, it basically just pops in with these two little rivets that come in and hold it on there, which is exactly like the other works. Very simple to put together, but the thing just doesn't have the greatest fit. You can see here, I had not yet noticed quite that it was off. If I had, I would have been stopping right there. And this is a trim piece that's supposed to go on it. And I'm like kind of setting things up on the bed and just kind of trying to figure things out. And then I kind of noticed right here that, hey, this isn't exactly right. Well, maybe it'll be better when I get it in the car. But I had the trim piece on there, looking, oh, it looks pretty nice. But I did not notice that that corner up there was not in, and that is a big problem with this trim set. So since these Atoto head units are basically just little laptops, or actually like little tablets, you actually have to build the sides to these to put them in there. So it's, they're only about 1 inch wide, and then you're going to take these little metal pieces that come with it and these little micro screws, and you're going to line up about 3 different holes and just screw those on and eventually form your radio. Having a set of micro screwdrivers is really going to help, because these are tiny little screws, and you can see there it's not a whole lot to work with. So micro screwdrivers, definitely a plus. And there's your 3 screws in and both sides on. Fairly simple. And then you can attach your brackets to hold your radio into the actual dash. And these are the ones that come with the kit. They give you some, but those won't work on the Rav. You'll need the ones from the kit. And again, the Metro one, kind of a disappointment. They don't line up exactly right. Both sides you have to line them up differently. They want to push, the screws want to push on the sides of the radio itself. It's very disappointing trim kit. I really wish I would have went with Scorch or some other brand. One of the things from Scorch I did purchase was this USB connector. This is going to allow you to keep your USB and auxiliary plug that's by your center console together. So it just plugs into the phone link. It also is going to allow you to use the auto link function of this head unit, which is something that we'll show you in part 2. Then your next step is to basically just wire up the Toto wire harness with the Toyota aftermarket wire harness you bought. And I just use these, pigtailed them together like quite you know, into one side. That way you'd have one side open if you needed to add another wire. At this point, you're just matching up colors. Reds to reds, your main yellow to yellow, and then there is your radio adapter, and it has an extra blue plug on there. And see there, I ran it into the 2 blue plugs of both harnesses. And this is the end of the wiring for the camera. To do it, Atoto has a special live view, so they want you to run the power into the accessory cable, and then you're gonna use your other end there. You got your hookups that will go eventually to your lights and camera back in the back. So you can see I'm ready to put this on. Took the tool, stuck it right here, and just pried, and then it popped right free. This off. Just pops off. Pop this out, and we're on to the next step. So to get this one off, the best thing to do, this one is kind of curved. Stick it in between there, and then just use the leverage when you get it in there. Push down, and it'll pop right out. And it's out. You can take these off or you can leave them on. It's up to you. Okay, so I filmed a bunch and had to put it back together because I just didn't have time with the kids. But like I said, you're going to put this, you're going to put it under here, your removal. These pop off. I already got two of those out. Had to get an extension. And we'll get that 2 out, and then we should be able to get this thing finally going. See, we got the 2 out already. There. And there. We just got to get that deep one out, which is why we needed to get the socket. So we're going to undo that right now. As you can see, with the extension on there, you barely have to put any pressure on it, and it will pop free. Just a slight turn with the extension. It's loose, but what I'm going to do is I'm also going to put this magnet on there to try and hold it so it doesn't fall in there. And I'm going to unscrew it right now, and I should be using the GoPro, but instead I'm using my phone, and it's late at night, so we're trying to get this done quick. So let's have at it. So all 4 screws are now out. And now I'm just going to pull on this and try to pop it out. And it should come fairly easily. And we'll be on our way. Just a little bit of hard pressure with both hands on both sides, pulling back. And it popped free. Now we're going to pull it on out of here and unhook it. Here's the back, and we've got to unplug all these and plug in all of our new cords. So it's totally free now. Some of these came out really easy, other you really had to wiggle, especially that USB one right there. So here's almost everything plugged in. You got your adapter here for the USB that plugs into the extension, goes into the plug here. You got your radio coming into the radio here. Your power supply going into the main hose here, plug here. This is for the camera, which is dangling down here, which I'm going to have to slide through there and do in another video another day. Got your speaker wires hooked up here. That's pretty much it, you know. This here's the rest of the back there. And then this, I believe, is your steering wheel controls, which I believe will just plug, this will just plug in here. And then all we need is this plugged into this steering wheel control module here. Hopefully that works. If it doesn't, you might have to take some of these extra wires and put them onto these other ones that are not, I didn't use yet, like that. We'll find out, but that'll be for another day if it doesn't work tonight. But tonight is just about getting this turned on. So I'm going to plug this in, and we're going to see what happens. So I tucked everything back in there. The wiring to the camera's down there. It's in here somewhere. I'll have to pull it back down and go across and get all the way to the back. But I got 2 screws in. Make sure there's a little, they're hard to see, but there's actually a little silver insert that goes on these. Make sure that stays on there, because if not, these will not screw in. But this is the moment of truth. Let's see if we can get this thing to fire up. Whoop, there she goes. There she goes, people. Let's see. See if we can find a station. Let's see if my volume buttons work. Probably have to set these up. Right now they do not work. So, yeah, it definitely sounds good so far, and we'll call this the end of the first part, and we'll get back in the second part and see what happens. All right, everyone, so I'm going to actually take this back out and fix a couple things, and I'm going to break it down into a couple smaller videos, and the second part of this main video will be the camera install. So you might see 2 or 3 other videos, but I'm going to include all of it, or at least up to the camera, in this main video. But you may see, if you're watching this in the smaller videos, then you can go watch the main video if you want. But so far, I'm happy with the radio. One thing that didn't work, it did not do Android Auto right away. I had to change actually some settings in the phone. Make sure Waze has all the permissions going. Even though it worked fine in my other radio, there was one permission, I don't know what it was, and I think that was the big holdup. But there's also some settings about doing Android Auto onto a second screen that you should probably allow. And then all of a sudden, everything started working as it was. But the first day, it was kind of flaky. Another thing, and this Scotch, or actually this is a Metra trim piece. I would not get this again. It's not bad, but you can see, especially for these Atotos, it doesn't even fit. So I'm going to pull this out, wiggle it around. Maybe I can get it to fit better. Like I said, there's supposed to be a trim piece, but this isn't even big enough for the trim piece. So maybe the Metro one would be better. Or if I would have just taken apart the original trim piece off the old radio, maybe I could have made it work. But I would not get this Metra one again. I would go with Scotch or look for a different one. Hopefully I can get this looking a little bit better. It doesn't look horrible, but it also doesn't look great. One last second thing why this thing beeps. Make sure when you take the old radio out, you get the CDs out of the old radio. which I'm going to have to do. Now, I'm going to have to plug it back in for a second, take the CDs out, in case I ever want them. I don't know if I ever want them again. This doesn't even have a CD player, but you never know. So, that's all right. Let's get to taking this back out. All right, so you can see now all the play that's in there. And this thing needs to go this way, and it needs to go up a little, and hopefully I can get that tightened down a little more so it does not move and get it fixed. All right, so it's unscrewed and pulled back out again. And one of the mistakes I made was I did not hook up these steering wheel or control wires. Apparently, they do need to be hooked up because I just went with the plug-in RCA cord, this one right here, and this isn't enough. So here a comparison of the old radio and the new radio, and as you can see, I measured it, and you actually cannot use this now that I got it out, because this is 8 inches. This radio is 8 inches. This is 7 inches, which is what the new radio is. The new radio, but this is a slightly small. This would probably be too big, so can't use the old one, at least and not for this radio. Okay, looking at the steering wheel controller or harness from the car, and then looking at this access steering wheel controller, you can see there's 2 here correspond to these 2, and on there it says parking brake and something else if needed, and it looks like those are not even part of that, and that these ones right here on the bottom are all that's in there. There are a few more in that one, but as far as this controller goes, it's just these ones. So what I did was I ended up re-rigging it up the way they want, with the power from this dumb cord going to the power and the ground going back to the ground, which I had to redo these. And I plugged their steering wheel thing back in. We're going to give it one more shot that way. If it does not work that way, I think what I'm going to do then would be to cut, I believe, this wire and this green wire off of here. Green wire there and this green wire off of here, because the rest looks just like power, ground, and wires going to these 2 input jacks over here. So I put everything the way they want without their stupid little $50 accessory. If it doesn't work, maybe I'll open it back up, or if it doesn't work right here, I'll plug it all in first and turn it back on. If it doesn't work, maybe then I'll just cut these wires off of here and tie those into those, and then see if that works. And if not, well, I guess we don't have steering wheel wires, or we'll have to buy the new harness and go with that $50 thing, but whatever. So we got it put back together, but as you can see, as I press the steering wheel buttons, nothing happens. So that did not work. We're going to have to try, I guess, cobbling together or buying one of those things. So it's getting late. I don't really want to do it right now. We'll try it soon. And that'll conclude part 1, I guess.